Welcome to Home Learning Day 3. Let's check to see what's on the schedule. There you go. Day 3, those are your expectations for Day 3. Let's start off by looking at some math. In our last unit, we just finished doing a lot of calculating, but as you all know, that's not really math. In this unit, we are going to do some real math, because there's no really real math unless you have a word problem or a story problem. Let's take a quick review as to the steps that we should approach a story problem. Number 1, we need to read it. Number 2, reread it and maybe reread it again. Then go through and underline what you're supposed to answer. Find those questions or question and underline it. And then find that important information. And then, of course, look for those hint words. Pick a strategy. And then, of course, solve. And then after you solve, don't forget to label and check. Let's take a quick look at today's assignment. Let's flip our paper over and look at the remembering side first. Let's take a quick review at how to read a problem here. First of all, let's underline the important information in our directions. Let's take a quick look at number 7. There are 16 plates on the table. 9 are large and the rest are small. How many small plates are on the table? Let's read it through again and find our important information and our question. There are 16 plates on the table. 9 are large and the rest are small. How many small plates are on the table? To me, it looks like how many small plates is the important information in the question. Let's underline that. We're looking for the number of small plates. Now, what are we going to need to figure that out? Well, how many plates do we have all together? Well, there we go. We have 16 total plates right there on the table. And then, of course, we know that we have 9 large ones. The rest are small. Now, what do I always say, third graders? Before we really can start the problem, we really have to visualize it. And if you really can't see this problem in your head, draw a picture. That's my favorite strategy. Let's take a look. We've got 16 plates, right? There we go. There's 16 plates on the table. Now, I'm not sure what to do next. Let's read on. There are 16 plates on the table. 9 are large. Let's make 9 of those plates large. Ready? Let's put an L for large. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we have our 9 large plates. Now, what are we supposed to do? The rest are small, so those rest of them are small. Let's mark those with an S. A few more. Okay, so those are the small ones, but what are we supposed to do? How many small plates? Boy, I wonder what we could do to figure that out. Let's continue on and see if we can figure out the rest of this problem. Now, some people love the math mountain technique. Look at that. You start off with a total of 16 plates. You have 9, so the rest have to be small. Boy, that seems like it's got to be either subtraction or division. I think that's when you have the big number right off. Something to do with subtraction and division. But I didn't see any hints of equal groups. Not sure about that. So, what could we do? We could use our knowledge of our fact families. We could go 16, subtract the 9 plates that we have, should equal then our difference, which will be the number of small plates. Or, if you like to look at it in terms of addition, we can simply just say 9 plus blank equals 16. Or we could do blank plus 9 equals 16. Okay, now that we have that review in, let's flip our paper over and take a look at the homework side. Now, look at that, right in the directions. Solve each problem, label your answer. Boy, label your answer. That's really important. Now, let's take a look at problem number 5. Brett has 81 miniature cars in his collection. There are 9 cars in each box. Boy, how many boxes of cars are there? Okay, we read it through one time. Let's do it a second time. Brett has 81 miniature cars in his collection. There are 9 cars in each box. How many boxes of cars are there? Wow. Let's underline our important information in our question. How many boxes? That seems really important to me. So, let's go back and take a look. It looks like we know the total amount of cars in the collection. That's what he has all together. That's giving me a hint already. It's got to be subtraction or division, because we always start off with the total in those type of problems. There are 9 cars in each box. Hint word. Each box, well, that's super important. That tells us there's equal groups. And look we have a group holder. It's the box. Boy, this sounds like it has to be multiplication or division. It's got to be. Well, if you're still not sure, draw a picture. There you go. Car collection, 81 total. Let's draw our 81 cars. Or let's just make dots to represent the cars. There's our picture. Now we know that there's 9 cars in each box, and they want us to tell them how many boxes there are. Well, let's take a look here. Let's see. Let's just pretend we're making a box or two here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put those 9 in the box there. I got one box there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, what good luck. Wow. These are in rows of 9. Isn't that something? Let's just make another one. That's 3 boxes. 4 boxes here. Wow. 5 boxes. 6 boxes. 7 boxes. 8 boxes. And then 9 boxes. Oh, yeah, I can hear you. Yep. Mr. Hickey, come on. We know what that is. That's an array. Come on. We already know it's 9 times 9. Yep, you're right. 9 rows of 9 columns. 9 rows of 9 columns. Boy, that's a special type of array. Oh, you're right. That's a square. Very good. Very good. Good job. Now, what are you going to do over here? Are you going to write an equation? Draw a picture? Both? You have to do something. It says, show your work. Okay, come on, let's do it. And of course, label. Well, have a good time with these. Give me a call or an email if you're having difficulty. Next up is our daily language review. There it is. Let's take a look at number 1. The director learned our choir group 2 patriotic songs. Looks like whoever wrote this one picked the wrong word, because a director is like a teacher, and they don't learn to anyone. They teach, or he taught his choir. So chose the wrong word for that one. Nope. Third graders, I took a look at your letters, or the letters that were finished before we did not go back to school, that you wrote to Emily, which they were very good, except I found a couple sentences that look something like this. So some of you are probably saying, well, that looks okay to me, but me and my friends are going to the fish fry. Me. We always have to think about what's going to be up in front in the subject of this sentence. This is the subject of the sentence right here. So if we're not sure if that should be me or I, when we have something else with it, let's cover up the other part and say it and see if it sounds right. Me are going to the fish fry. Well, let's change that. Me am going to the fish fry. How about I am going to the fish fry? What do you think sounds better? We need to remember that we do not have me in the subject of the sentence. And we always put the other person first. It should be my friends and I are going to the fish fry. And it was great to see a lot of you there at the last fish fry. Fun times. Next on the list is word work. Go ahead and just continue practicing your consonant and Y rule while you're doing your sound outs, and adding your ESs and your EDs. After your word work, continue your writing your 10 Commandments in cursive. Boys and girls, I hope you had a chance to listen to Mass or maybe watch it on television. There were several opportunities out there to continue with our following of the Mass. And the gospel for yesterday's Mass came from John chapter 9, verses 1 through 41. Let's take a look at that. But why don't you pause the video right now and take some time to find your Bible and bring it up in front of your computer, and let's read some of it together. Okay, put it on pause. Welcome back, boys and girls. Today I will be reading from the new Bibles that we received this year, and we've been enjoying them in class. So let's take a look. Find John 9, and the reading came from John 9, verses 1 through 41, but we're just going to read the beginning. You guys can finish the rest on your own. Jesus heals a man born blind. As Jesus was walking along, he saw a man who had been born blind. His disciples asked him, "Teacher, whose sin caused him to be born blind? Was it his own or his parents' sin?" Jesus answered, "His blindness has nothing to do with his sin or his parents' sin. He is blind so that God's power might be seen at work in him. As long as it is day, we must do the work of him who sent me. Night is coming when no one can work. While I am in the world, I am the light for the world." Now, it goes on, this reading, and talks about how Jesus made a little mud from his spit and some dirt and put it on the man's eyes, and the man could eventually see again, and the man shows himself to some of the leaders, and the story goes on. Let's stop and focus on this question. Who is the blind man? Well, when you think about it, Jesus said that the blind man was there to glorify God. And I think that tells us that when we find somebody in need, that gives us the opportunity. The blind man is an opportunity for us to put our Christian attitude into work. Just like St. George, who looked for work which only a knight could do. Do you remember that story, boys and girls? We are looking for work which only Christians can do. And then the blind man is also maybe us. When our eyes are open to things, do we have a new perspective? Do we see, as Bishop Ricken said today during his Mass, new realities, new things that are happening? So let's all try to open our eyes to people in need and open our eyes to new opportunities and new realities. Now, go ahead and finish the rest of that reading. And if everybody could have their mom and dad type out your questions that you came up with, like we do every week, come up with some good teacher type of questions and send them to me via email. I will put them all together and type them up and send them back, and you guys can answer them. Unfortunately, I don't think they'll be in cursive. Well, hold it. No, hold it. I can use a cursive font. Oh, yeah, they'll be in cursive. Okay, so go ahead, finish reading that, send me back some questions, and I'll put them together. Teacher type questions for the big test. Oh, excuse me, quiz. Well, boys and girls, I feel like I need to get my blood going a little bit here after doing all that Bible reading and kind of settling myself down. I'm getting all excited about doing a little Charlotte's Web. So let's all stop and take a few minutes to do 20 push-ups or 20 counts of planks like we do. 48, 49, 50. All right, boys and girls, that felt good. I did a few extra. Okay, let's get back to work now. It certainly sounds like the Arabelles and the Zuckermans are having a great time at the fair. So let's move on to chapter 18. And as you're reading chapter 18, I want you to think about what new word does Charlotte write for Wilbur? And I also want you to think about what is Charlotte making for herself? So those are two important things that are going to be happening in that chapter. One last thing, boys and girls. Say it with me. Go Zephyrs!